Let me tell you a secret, bro. I'm holding my phone in my hand, so maybe it's a bit more personable. Maybe you feel, a bit more like you're actually talking to a person, not just your screen. I'm lazy. Yeah, I started right into this. I'm lazy. I procrastinate. I can be highly unfocused. I really waste time, and I'm not that consistent in a lot of things. On my routine, though, I'm consistent. I'm overly productive. I'm present. And I'm probably the most in flow person you'll meet. It's the routine. It's not you, it's this, not etc. If you're struggling with productivity, if you wanna know the key to productivity, if you wanna know the key to staying on track, it's routine. I cannot repeat it enough. It's routine. There was a point, this is one thing that school taught us. Out of the many flaws school has, it taught us this at least. When you do the same thing every day, at the same time every day, you program yourself. This is how you build good habits. This is how you change, right? You're struggling a lot. You're trying to get through certain things. Maybe you're trying to get into working out. And maybe you're one of the people that don't even hate working out. However, when you do it, you notice you tend to stop. You tend to have this period where you're going and then you're not. You're going and then you're not. You're going and then you're not. You don't have enough of a routine. If you locked in a routine, it would happen. It would be programmed. You would literally get energy when it was time to work out. Notice that. Try for a week to work out at the same time every day. Even if you don't work out right, also if you don't work out right now, you're losing a bit of respect for me. You should always work out, no matter who you are. Some type of exercise, whether it's walking the same time every day, etc. Whatever you choose, do it at the same time every day. I guarantee you by the third to fourth day, probably fourth, you'll feel a jolt of energy to do it. Almost as if your body knows. That's what school did. We did the same thing every single day. And then once we leave school, we somehow forget that. If you're going to school right now, right? If you're young and you're watching this and you're still in school and you're etc., you'll kind of notice, right? Keep in mind, if you're actually doing this properly, you're not, like most of us, we're trying to escape the minute we leave school. So we're trying to get off routine, ironically, because it's something you don't really want to do. But you'll notice that you become kind of an expert at waking up at a certain time, malnourished. Sorry, I'm a little sick. Not even sick, just a cough. I don't know what it is. Malnourished and just tired, yet you can get to class, get good grades still, barely focus sometimes even in the class. And it just seems like, you're just attuned to just passing school. And to some degree, school is like just regurgitation. But it's programming and it's routine nonetheless. So it is a discipline to be in school and to be educated. It is a discipline. It's not the most well-structured discipline, but it is one indeed, all right? So to make this quick, just to get to the point, here's something, a routine that you can implement right now. Whether you're in school, whether you have work or not, this is something that I want you to do right now. This is an actionable step. Don't wait for me. Whenever I'm saying anything, when anyone's saying anything actually to you, and you're about to receive something possibly important, possibly that could help you get to your goals, you should take it that serious. You should write it down immediately. You should have a paper ready or your notes in your phone ready, something. Preferably write it down though, because it's an action. And when it's in person and it's physical, you're already committing, you're manifesting in a better sense than just writing on your phone, in my opinion. Every morning, or at least every time you wake, I work at night, so I wake at night. This is the case. Every time you wake, you meditate immediately. Whether you're still in bed, whether you go to the corner of the room, whether you go to the floor, whatever it is, you meditate. And if you're just starting meditation, you meditate for, we'll say, 5 minutes. The reason why you're doing this is because you're building the habit, right? All these things are habits you want to build. If it can become a habit, it can become who you are, especially if you routine it, trust me. You're building the habit of being present. Imagine that. You're building the habit of being present, right? Not only is that powerful and good for you, But since you have to think about girls and all that stuff, it's good for girls too, because the best gift you can give a girl, and the best gift you can give anyone, is presentness. When they feel you being present with them, when you seem like you're not in your head overthinking, oh my God, like the curl in her head is like, if she moved it to the left, I'm just gonna swoon. Like, no. If you're present, it's a gift. All of a sudden, your interactions with people go a lot better because they feel it. When you're doing certain things, people always feel it. They know. It's like when you talk to someone who works out. He could be in a hoodie. You could not have noticed it yet, but you'll feel a bit of an edge because he's been through shit. It's the same case. Even if it's not working out, it's the same case. They'll feel you being present. They'll feel how undistracted you are, right? And if you want to tip towards meditation, my tip, when you meditate, they say focus on your breathing. That's good and all, yes. Focus on your breathing, right? Some people like to kind of fall away from the world, and that's good. I've done that too. But you really want to, in my opinion, if you want to focus on being present and absorbing things, right? So when you're in a real situation, you can still keep that calmness, that focus, that presentness. You want to let everything sort of absorb. Let everything sort of hit you. It's almost like, I'm kind of an anime fan, so like Jujutsu Kaisen, when Gojo did his domain expansion to that volcano guy, and he gave him the perception of everything, and he took in everything at once, and he was kind of just stuck. You want to have that same type of feeling in a sense. You want to take in the sound of the AC in your room. You want to take in the creaks of the wood. You want to take in everything. Don't comment on it. Don't have a thought on it. Just let it go. Just feel it. Just notice everything. Feel the entire environment. And don't comment on it though. Try to not comment on anything. This is flow. Don't comment on anything and just let it go. Do it for 5 minutes. Don't let a thought come. Once a thought comes, take a deep breath. Get back to that. Get back to just absorbing, but not judging or taking anything away from it. Just take it all in as it is, right? Meditation, 5 minutes. Right after that, gratitude journaling. Why? Because you're gonna start building the habit of being grateful. So many people are unhappy, or they have these easily bad days, or just these bad moods for some reason. You seem like you're a hothead. You know what you can do? You know what will help? What will make you happier? As if you are just more grateful. We don't realize that we're all going through our little battles and etc. But if you can build the habit of being grateful, you'll build the habit of being happy. Happiness is not what you can get, right? And what makes you happy, etc. Happiness is what you can feel with less, right? I don't know. Definitely forgetting that quote. I botched that quote. But true happiness is having less and being okay. That's the best thing. It's the best way I could put it, right? Right after that, gratitude journaling, you're gonna write three different things that you're grateful for. And one thing that you'll start to notice is you'll start to write a lot about like what's going on in your life. Maybe you'll think your mom, hopefully, maybe you'll think your dad, even if he's a deadbeat. Like you'll think someone, hopefully, you'll think the fact that your room is warm in winter, anything. But one thing that I started to notice when I was deep into gratitude, when I was doing it for a while, is that, okay, I'm kind of writing the same things every day. Like I'm writing 3 things, sometimes more because I want to like really impress myself, right? You write, I am grateful, by the way. You add no negativity, you just write, I am grateful, and then you add the thing. And you could say why, whatever. One thing I started to notice is that I had to start writing about myself. And while I was just thinking to myself, why did it take so long for me to write how grateful I am towards myself? Why? And one thing it started to do for me, since I started writing just pages upon pages about what I'm grateful for within myself, what I've done in my life, relationships I've been in, what I'm grateful for out of that, you start to take negativity out of everything and you start to really enhance your self-love. And when you enhance your self-love, your mental health skyrockets. And you don't realize it yet, but to achieve all your goals, you need better mental health. And a lot of people don't talk about that. So do that. These first 2 habits that I just mentioned, this first part of your routine in the morning or whenever you wake, can go by in less than 10 minutes. So it's not hard, trust me, right? And this next one is very simple. Work out. You're gonna eat, right? Actually, another important step. Throughout this whole process, your phone's off, right? Or if your phone's not off, it's on airplane mode. You're not gonna interact or look online at all because you don't realize it yet, but a lot of your days are fucking ruined because The first thing you did was go on Instagram and compare yourself to some guy. The first thing you did was see some girl, and all of a sudden, now where are we? 5 minutes later, we see this breast, we see this ass, etc. Now we're on Pornhub. So no. And it's natural, mind you. You don't understand it, but it's very natural. What the first thing your body wants to do, it's at the peak of its testosterone. It wants to feel like it's achieved something. And so dopamines, when they're right there, they're firing off, and you take it. You take the opportunity to feel like you've done something, but you haven't. When you have that morning masturbation session, whatever you're doing, you haven't. And if anything, you started your day now with an L, and you feel it. You're like, damn. You're starting the day cleaning up yourself. Come on. You're starting the day getting lost in scrolling, watching other people do things in their lives, and you are doing nothing. So what was that gonna do? What's the habit of that gonna build within you? The habit of watching porn is gonna build the subconscious habit of, I'm okay with another man having what I want. Because that's what you're watching. You like her, she looks like a certain way, or him if you're a woman, and you're watching someone else have what you want, and you're telling yourself that's okay subconsciously. You don't realize that, but you are, and that's your habit now. Every morning, defeat, this person can have it. The habit of getting stuck in scrolling, etc., etc., etc. You're building the habit of, I'm okay with everyone else having my time. I'm okay with everyone else having a cool life but me. It's funny, right? So for this first hour of being awake, no phone, just a breakfast, a mindful breakfast. You're gonna have a nice breakfast. You eat and just listen. Think about your day, make your plans in your head, etc. Whatever you're gonna do, make your task, and watch how you attack them throughout the day with a nice chill day, like a nice chill session like that. I don't care if you have school in a couple hours, etc. On the bus, on your way to the bus, you'll finally turn on your phone, you'll listen to music, whatever you're gonna do. But in that first hour, right, where you've gotten your meditation, your journaling, your breakfast, keep it that simple. I'm not even gonna give you a whole giant day routine, because this is just it for now. This is something that you can do right now that's gonna make you leagues better than the rest. You're not even gonna notice it, but it's just gonna happen. You're gonna start passing everyone by. You're gonna have a certain different aura already, because this is things that people aren't doing. And it takes so little to be above everyone else. And it's actually kind of crazy. Now, this is not the full routine. This is more like just something to add to your schedule, just to fit it in, to better your mental health, to better your focus, to better your presence, to better your gratitude, to better how you feel overall, and to watch how much that affects everything else. You can come back here and tell me how it works. But if you have confusion about where you should put the working out portion in, you really want to get it as close to when you wake up as possible. That's when your testosterone is booming, bro. So you really want to get it as close to when you wake up as possible. If you can't, and you're like me, and I mean like you can't, like it's just too many factors pop up, and you probably can, but you think you can't, you're gonna have to put it at the end of your day. And you really don't want to do that, because that's the most difficult way to schedule it. You really have to face yourself when you do that. Like, I mean, you're sitting here, everything is passed over. Who knows how the day went? Who knows when emotions flew? Who knows what you ate, etc. And now you're also deciding, after all that tiredness is built up, all of those events, that you're gonna also decide to work out now and give it a really good push. Some people can do that, but not all. So I really wouldn't recommend it. But if you can, go right ahead and stay consistent. Trust me, all of these things add up. Don't go out and impress yourself.